Ladies and gentlemen of the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Let's get rocking and rolling. Trump absolutely, and we got a video to show you later, annihilated the press yesterday for all of their bogus BS. Once on Air Force One, and we're going to talk about that in a second, and once at the press conference with the Saudi Arabian. And you know why he does this? He does this when you think about how bad the press mistreated him. A good offense is the best defense. Epstein vote yesterday was 427-1. A Republican named Higgins out of Louisiana voted no. And you know what? I haven't checked out the reason why it was on. He said it was on principle, but I think it's funny. When I heard there was one vote no, I assumed it was Thomas Massie. Rebuke of Representative Choi Garcia. Democrats joined in the cause. Of course, on the delegate from the Virgin Islands, not too much. Republicans helped save her, like Thomas Massie. Trump says big rich insurance companies are in his sights. I love it. President Trump, Medical Protective is an insurance company. I know Cash already knows that. Quiet Piggy. He's getting hit with some questions on Air Force One. And Trump said, Quiet Piggy. I don't know who the reporter was. This harkens back to Trump's days when he gave everybody a nickname, Quiet Piggy. What do you think the odds of that reporter is overweight? All right, Kirk's security chief went on and did this interview about it's a shame that there's all that. And by the way, he was referred to as former security chief. Folks, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. There can be no way that Erica Kirk is not getting a massive settlement from Kirk Security. Who would ever hire the person who did security for Charlie Kirk? Are you kidding me? Who would hire that guy? They let a guy get on a freaking roof and clear eyesight? A drone? Security drone? Somebody up at the highest point of the security team? No. Ridiculous. World news. Trump's Saudi visit was a big hit, but the best part was this right here.
Mr. President, is it appropriate, Mr. President, for your family to be doing business in Saudi Arabia while you're president? Is that a conflict of interest? And Your Royal Highness, the U.S. intelligence concluded that you orchestrated the brutal murder of a journalist. 9/11 families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office. Why should Americans trust you? And the same to you, Mr. President.
Now, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
You're with who?
ABC News, sir.
Fake news. ABC fake news. One of the
But the
worst.
question is
One of the
legitimate,
worst
sir.
in the business. But I'll answer your question.
Thank you.
I have nothing to do with the family business. I have left, and when I've devoted 100% of my energy. What my family does is fine. They do business all over. They've done very little with Saudi Arabia. Actually, I'm sure they could do a lot. And anything they've done has been very good. That's what we've done. We've built a tremendous business for a long time. I've been very successful. I decided to leave that success behind and make America very successful. And I've made America more successful by far than it ever was, and that it ever could have been, no matter who was president. There would be nobody bringing in $21 trillion, that I can tell you right now. As far as this gentleman is concerned, he's done a phenomenal job. You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen. But he knew nothing about it, and we can leave it at that. You don't have to embarrass our guest by asking a question like that.
That ABC reporter got shut down. By the way, there's a commitment of $1 trillion from Saudi Arabia investing in our country. And the Saudi dinner last night was a big shebang. Ronaldo was there. Elon Musk was there. I was invited, but I couldn't make it. I had to do my show today, so I told the president, sorry, Mr. President, but I couldn't be there. Mondami said he'd arrest Netanyahu if he shows up in New York. I'd like Netanyahu to show up in New York. Pop culture, Tom Cruise got the first honorary Oscar, 16th Annual Academy Governors Awards. He finally won an Oscar. You know what, let's face it, Tom Cruise is a great actor. Johnny Knoxville, MTV Jackass, married Emily Ting, a costume designer, looks just like his ex-wife. The 59th Annual CMA Awards are tonight at 8 p.m. Sports Without Boundaries, Stephen A. Smith is no longer going to be on the NBA First Take for ESPN. Dallas Cowboys are rolling. They found a freaking defense. Look out. Ovechkin scored 442 goals. That breaks a record for most goals in a single building, breaking Hal's record. Giants' Cam Scabato got in a WWE viral incident. I'm sure it was all planned. Duke 78, Kansas 66, and Michigan State kicked Kentucky's ass 83-66. And LeBron James in Utah last night began his 23rd year in the NBA. That breaks a record. In history, today is the day in history, 1863, where Abraham Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address, the greatest speech in history. And I'm going to read it. I'm going to do a Facebook Live and read it. Christopher Columbus landed on San Juan Bautista, part of Puerto Rico, in 1493. Shakespeare insult of the day: don't be a spleeny, debauched clackdish. Just don't be a spleeny, debauched clackdish. And I hope you don't run into any spleeny, debauched clackdishes. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. You have a great day.